screw it. I'm not going to save.
Can have fun.
But just understand that, okay, well, can you live off of 30 grand a year? Josie writes in from Atlanta, Big Al.
Okay.
Joe, Big Al, and Andy, first time, long time. New research on the life cycle model says young people shouldn't save for retirement. Shouldn't be auto-enrolled in retirement plans at work. You should buy a house instead. Based on everything I've heard from YMYW and, well, common sense, this sounds ridiculous to me. I'd love to hear what you think on the reasoning of this article. P.S. 2004 Toyota Tacoma, no pets, drink an occasional glass of red. All right, listen to YMYW in the shower.
That might be a first.
While getting ready for work. Thank you. Wow, interesting. Oh, shower time.
You don't listen to podcasts in the shower?
Yeah, I just try to get...
You like to picture where they are.
There we go. All right, Josie, thank you. Yeah, boy.
Got the image?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So let's talk about savings here. I didn't read the article.
Yeah, but we kind of, Andy just skimmed it for us.
So I think I don't know. I mean, this guy's a PhD from Stanford. He probably knows more than I do. But what's he saying? I think that the gist of the article is that, young people should enjoy their spending.
Yeah. So a couple of things I got from the article. One was $1,000 means more to you at age 25 than 45. And so I agree with that. So why not spend it now? You're going to have more later. Okay. So let me start with that comment, which is true. However, this is my experience. I mean, maybe you're different, right? But this has been my experience with myself and other people around me, which is if you get used to spending what you have right now, as you make more, you'll get used to spending more. And then you get used to spending more, and then you never have anything. So I don't like that concept. I mean, I'm all for enjoying life. I've always been for enjoying life, but not to the extent of not saving.
Right. I guess the point of the article might be, all right, well, people will start saving more aggressively in their late 30s and 40s. They're making more income at that point, and so it'll be easier for them to catch up versus a 25-year-old that's making, I guess, lower wages in their life cycle in regards to income that, hey, probably just spend that or buy a house and have the equity.
Right. Yeah.
Because interest rates are low, but interest rates are not low anymore. So maybe this article was written
a few months ago or a year ago, whatever. Right.
It shows that this research just came out. So yeah, it's interesting that he's saying interest rates are low.
But I mean, so that's the other concept in the article: buy a house instead, because the equity builds up. Well, that can work if you live on the coast where there's lots of appreciation. If you live in the Midwest where there's less appreciation, is that a smart idea? Maybe, maybe not. I
Josie
just
lives in Atlanta.
Yeah,
I used to live in Atlanta.
I know. Yeah. Yep, exactly. So anyway, I'm a believer in doing a little bit of everything. I've always been that way. So contribute to your retirement account, try to get to the match, right? Have some money in savings, have emergency cash, start putting money aside for vacations, for house, right? I think, and I know that this is difficult, particularly when you're 25 and just starting out, you don't have a lot of income. So I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, but maybe you just start with little bits here and there. And as you start making more money, you add a little bit more. And then that's to me a much more sensible approach.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't want to save when you're younger.
Yeah. I mean, we've all seen the charts, right?
Just the compounding effect is huge.
Right. If you can start in your 20s,
it's just a couple $100.
Yeah, it's big. I mean, waiting 10 years, you can still do great, right? But waiting 10 years, it's a whole different ballgame than if you would have started 10 years earlier.
Interestingly,
Right?
this article actually even says that Social Security replaces 70, 80, or 90% of one's pre-retirement income. And that's another reason why it's not necessarily that important to save for young people, which it sounds really like a bad idea to me as well.
Yeah, if you never saved a penny and that's your only income, that's true, but that's not the lifestyle that most of us aspire to.
Well, right. All right. Well, if we're talking about the population as a whole, what is the average account balance of a retirement account?
Yeah, it's 100,000.
If that.
Right.
What's the median balance? 14 grand?
Yeah, it's a lot lower. Yeah, when you take the average, there's some big ones in there.
Right. So you take the median, which is like right in the middle of all participants, it's like $15,000.
Yeah. So in other words, half the people have 15,000 or less, half the people has 15,000 or more. That's actually a better benchmark.
And probably most people that listen to the show, as we go through their questions, we have $4 million in our IRA. We have $5 million. We have 500,000. They're on the upper echelon.
Right.
Right. So if you look, 50, 60, 70% of individuals will be in a lower tax bracket, right?
Because
so most people will be in a lower tax bracket because they don't have any money.
they haven't saved.
They haven't saved. Yeah. Social Security will make up quite a bit of their overall income. So you could go with those statistics and say, you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to save.
Can have fun.
But just understand that, okay, well, can you live off of 30 grand a year? Right? Let's say you're making 150 and you're not saving anything.
Right.
Okay, well, your Social Security is only going to, replace X amount. If you make 30,000 a year, well, it's going to probably replace 80% of it, right? Or more.
Sure.
So
that is true.
Are you prepared for retirement? Schedule a free financial assessment with an experienced financial professional right online at purefinancial.com.